Hey, gun people. This is interesting. I don't think she'll have a case, but we'll see.
Do not kick. Okay, push your legs out. Stop. Relax. Relax.
Mom, I'm not letting go. I promise.
Relax.
Mom, I'm not letting go. I
Relax.
promise.
We just want your phone. That's it.
We just want your phone.
They try to give me enough protection.
Rick, why are you laughing? Look, this really is, I mean, I'm just so conflicted on this whole situation, and I don't know all the facts. Okay, so this thing starts with this girl in here, and from what I can get from the video, she came in to do an interview about her house burning down. The fire department's going to investigate it as arson, and for some reason the detective thinks that she's either involved or might be involved, or her phone might have evidence. Now, this is in Florida, so I'm not 100% sure on how Florida works for seizure of things, but I'll go into how I would have handled this differently. But basically, the detective told the cops, go tell her we're seizing her phone, and if she wants to talk to me, I'll talk to her. I think that's kind of how this started. She came in voluntarily to give an interview to the detective about the fire. She's 18. She just got out of high school. She's an adult, and she's racist because she keeps bringing up that she's black and the officer's black, and black people shouldn't do this to other black people because it's all about color. But according to the White House, white supremacy is the biggest problem. Anyway, I digress. Here we go.
Who are you on your phone with? So we're going to have to seize your phone. So go ahead and hang up. See?
Okay, so this was really handled inappropriately from the jump street. We're going to seize your phone and hang up. It wasn't explained properly, and it put her on defensive. And instead of seizing the phone when they did it right there, she could have grabbed it and just taken it, and she didn't. And it turns into this big long talk. 4 other cops come in. Then when they try to take it, she doesn't want to give it up. Then 4 cops jump on her. Then she ends up kicking and trying to defend herself, and they end up using force, and then they arrest her for resisting arrest and kicking an officer, aggravated assault. Lots of issues here, but I'm not sure who's more at fault.
Seize my phone for what?
Go ahead and hang up.
Why?
Go ahead and hang up.
They want to seize my phone, but I'm not under arrest for it.
You're not under arrest, but your phone's going to be seized. So
no.
you're gonna hang up the phone.
Okay, so technically right here, once the officer said we're seizing your phone, this is where you want to fight it in court. You want to make your objection. I'm not giving this voluntarily. I'm doing this under coercion. Are you telling me if I don't give you my phone, I'm going to be arrested? People need to learn how to lock government in to where anything they get, it's coercive. It's not voluntary. Now, look, anybody can tell from this woman's action that this isn't voluntary and they're taking it. The problem is now she's got charges because she fought and she resisted. And the courts are going to back the cops. They always do. But she's a black female. So she's got 2 little quota points in her favor that, you know, it wouldn't work. If she was a white male, that she's done, or he's done, or whatever pronouns they're wanting to use.
Oh.
I seized my phone, but I'm not in custody.
So listen.
There's 3 of them all around me.
So listen.
FaceTime me for a second.
You listen for a second. So the fire's gonna.
So we have 3 cops here. Obviously, right here at this point, in my mind, she's not free to leave. She's being detained. None of the officers said that, but a detention per the court is determined when a reasonable person would feel that their right to leave has been taken away from them. And at this point, when 3 officers are here, she is detained, and they should have told her that. They should have said, look, one way to handle it is, you're being detained. We're going to put you in handcuffs. We think you're involved. Let us put you in handcuffs. The whole purpose of seizing the phone is to prevent destruction of evidence if there's evidence on the phone. Now, why they're seizing it without a warrant, my guess is they're going to say, once I talk to her, she's going to know she's a suspect in the investigation, and she might destroy the evidence. Had they said, look, lay your phone on the counter, we're going to go get a warrant, we don't want you handling the phone because we don't want you erasing data, and we're going to go get a warrant, that would have been okay. I don't see the real exigency here that they needed to use force. This is going to work in her favor, and in the civil trial, that's what they're going to be saying. Why did they choose to use force when there was no urgency or exigency? Now, of course, they're going to say, well, had she given us the phone, we would have done that. We wouldn't have used force. She caused this because she didn't give us a phone, which is some validity to that.
Gonna be under investigation.
That's fine.
Okay, and we're gonna seize your phone.
Very poorly explained. Okay? We believe your phone contains evidence of a crime. It's being seized. The reason we're seizing is we don't have time to get a court order right now. So we're going to get an order later to search it. I don't even think they can go through her phone without a court order. However, the way this ends, I think they did go through the phone. Okay? And I'll tell you why, and you'll figure that out.
Why?
Because the fire's under investigation.
I need to know what my
So you can hand me the phone, or I can take the phone.
But I need to know what my phone's being. They're not.
Okay, so she's filming and talking. This is why it's just really poor police procedures to deal with people when they're talking on the phone. Because it's an easy way to ignore and disregard and get time, and then they get advice from somebody that's not there. It just complicates the whole thing. Same reason you don't let family members come in during a hostage situation. It complicates it. So this is all, to me, based on poor performance of the cops. Now, the black female that's handling her is handling her because she's a black female. And now this girl can't play the race card, which she still plays in the middle of this. That she expects all the white people to treat her bad, but she didn't expect it from a black female. Very racist statement. Very, very racist. And I'm against racism. But I'm against it for everybody, not just for special people.
Telling me a reason why my phone's.
I just did.
But you said it's under investigation, which I.
So listen to me. The fire.
That's her phone.
So the fire is going to be under investigation, and your phone's going to be seized.
Is Shay?
Yes, everybody's phone's being seized.
So she's not told that she's detained. She's not told any law why it's being seized. There's probably not a requirement in Florida that they have to tell her per section, blah, 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 the evidence code, 3402, whatever the hell it is. A phone can be seized because the evidence can be quickly, blah, blah. It wouldn't surprise me if the Supreme Court will make phones just like cars. Pretty much cars are open season for cops. They can search it, and the excuse is it can be driven away and we can lose evidence, and it's very mobile and it's commonly used in crimes. And they're going to do the same thing to phones. It's just a matter of time. It's bullshit. I think it's bullshit on the cars. But our freaking tyrannical government is all about giving cops more power to shit on citizens. And I'm not taking this girl's side 100% here, by no means.
Oh no, because you never told.
So the girl just said don't talk to nobody without an attorney. That's good advice, but she doesn't listen.
Told me that my phone would be seized when I got here. She didn't tell me that.
Okay, and when I got here, the detective wasn't here. We were waiting for the detective, so the detective's going to seize your
But
phone.
no one told me any of this.
Okay.
You told me that you were about to take me home.
Okay.
This is why when detectives who know the law and understands evidence and should know, they send the cops out that don't really do this a lot. Just say, okay, go seize her phone. And the cops really don't know why or whatever. They're just like, okay, I want to be a detective someday, so I'll listen to the detective. And it's not fair to the cops, and it's cheesy on the detective part. The detective should be out here and talking to her. She came in voluntarily to give a statement. This is going to be in a civil trial on why the cops did it this way. The cops screwed the pooch, but guess what? Cops don't care about screwing the pooch. None of these cops are going to get sued. The department's going to pay. Taxpayer money's going to pay, if any money's paid. And whatever. It's just a clusterfuck.
So I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
Yes, you are.
So you can hang up. You can hang up with the phone with, and I can take you home. Yep.
So, no, they're not taking my phone and letting me leave. I don't know what I'm finna. It's 3 a.m. I can't go without my phone.
Did you say it's 3 a.m.? Damn. Okay, so she's 18. She's out here at 3 a.m. giving a statement, and she don't want to get her phone. I get it. Our phone has a lot of information on it. It's probably got all our phone numbers. Nobody remembers phone numbers. See, I think our government ought to be putting more protections on the phone and more restrictions on cops touching, seizing, or messing with phones. But I'm not the king, so.
Right, where am I going to go without my phone? If I do the interview?
That's up to you.
No, you're not doing an interview. So I don't know who's on the phone, her auntie, mom, friend, whoever. This is a no-win situation, people. And I'm not taking the cop's side. I'm just saying, if you fight the cops, they're going to get to say, you kicked me, you hit me, you resisted, you're under arrest, you get booked, you get fingerprinted, you spend a night in jail, you have to post bail, you get screwed. And I'm going to have all the idiots here saying, Rick, you just want to be a sheep and we should lay down and bow. I don't give a shit what you do. This girl's free to do what she wants. She wants to handle it this way. That's her decision. I'm telling you, this isn't the best way, and you're going to end up losing. If I'm going to fight a battle, I want to fight it to where I have the best chance of winning. And dealing with cops, thugs, who have no accountability and immunity is not the best way to win. Unless, you decide to just shoot it out and then just die in this battle on this hill and shoot it out right then and there on every cop thing, which you're only going to do it once because you're going to be dead. But whatever, you can do it any way you want. I'm not encouraging violence. I'm just saying people deal with it different ways. Some people, they want to threaten and shoot it out. Other people want to bow down. Other people want to think they're going to change the cop's mind or change the world by resisting.
Well, if I do the interview,
You can go do the interview, but your phone's going to currently be seized.
Can I talk to him first? Can he come down here? Cause
Nope, we're not going to do that. So you can hang up.
So I'm not sure why we wouldn't do that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The detective's there. Why can't he come out? Because they can do what they want and they want to fight and they got her outnumbered. It's 3-1. It's about to be 4-1. They know they're going to win. They know they're going to take her phone and they're probably going to get to arrest her because she's going to resist. Raise your hand right now if you didn't see what I played at the front, if you think this girl is just suddenly going to go, okay, here's my phone. Can I have a ride home? Raise your hand. Well, if your hand's up, you're an idiot.
Pick up the phone or I'm going to take the phone. That's how this is going to work.
oh, absolutely not.
So
She said hang up the phone and they're going to take the phone because at this point I'm being threatened.
it's not a threat. I've asked you several times and you're just going to go back and forth with me.
A reason as to why my
So-
phone is being taken.
When you give people reasons, they don't want to hear the reasons. They don't like the reason. They don't think it's a reason. They're going to keep saying they want more reasons. This is a very easy thing. Look, okay, you're not free to leave. You are detained. You can give me the phone or we're going to walk up. We're going to place you in handcuffs to detain you and we're going to take your phone. That's it. We walk up and we take an arm and we calmly put her handcuffs. Instead, they escalated.
So the fire is going to be under investigation by the fire department. So stop. Don't interrupt me.
What does that have to do with my device?
So don't.
So one black girl says, don't you interrupt me. And the other black girl gets offended.
Don't interrupt me. The fire is going to be under investigation.
Don't ever tell me not to fucking interrupt you and I've been this calm.
Boom! Booyah! Here we go! So now who's in charge? Who's angry? Who's more angry? Who's got the power and who doesn't? This is where this girl just makes huge mistakes and...
So the phone's going to be seized. So in a second, I'm going to take
But
it.
I'm asking you. I'm
So if
asking
you-
you a reason.
so
I'm
if-
not being rebuttal. I'm asking you a reason.
So if you would like to talk to the detective, you can.
Why is my phone being seized?
If you would like to talk to the detective that is seizing.
Now, I know people are going to be here, Rick, why shouldn't they have to explain it? Well, because we elect legislators that freaking want to make our cops more tyrannical instead of holding our cops more accountable. I have no problem explaining. I have no problem saying, this is the law. Look, we're going to get your phone. If you want us to go get a warrant before we look in it, that'll be fine. You can't leave. Here's where we're at. We have to take your phone. Now, we can do it. We're going to do it. You get to choose how we do it. You can give it to us and you can fight this in court. And I've got this on videotape and we'll discover the videotape and we're all being above board. Nobody's trying to do anything sneaky here. Or you can keep arguing and then we're going to have to take the phone by force. And then there's a chance that one of us is going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. And then we're going to probably end up charging you with resisting. So please give us the phone. It's not that hard. I just, it's this freaking, I am God when I put a badge and a gun on now. And you can't do shit to me. And I can't be sued and I have immunity. And I don't really give a shit what you or anybody else think. You're just a pesky slave, citizen, pesky taxpayer, pesky piece of shit. I shouldn't have said slave. Someone would be like, man, you're being raped black. Whatever. We're all slaves to government, especially cops this day and age.
You can. Do you wish to talk to him?
Yeah, but...
Do you want to give an interview?
No, I wanted to ask him why my phone's being seized. Because she said she...
If you start axing people, that's going to be a crime. It's assault. You can't be hitting people with axes. She wants to axe somebody. Anytime we start axing people, it goes problems.
She can take me home, but without my phone. That doesn't make sense. It sounds like...
So are you going to talk to the detective?
No, I need everyone to come and tell me...
Everyone!
Bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Why my phone's being seized? Because no one told me this until right now.
So,
Because it seems like
that's the question.
Petty.
So the question.
No, it seems like he's being petty because he woke up and I want to do the interview.
So the question is, are you going to talk to the detective?
As a matter of fact, are you recording this? Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to talk to the detective and provide an interview? Yes or no?
Is that with or without the phone?
Without the phone. The phone's being seized. Are you talking to the detective or no?
Is the phone being
I don't know. That's not my question.
I need an answer to that before.
So now we have 4 officers.
So the question is, are you going to provide an interview?
No.
No? Okay. Go ahead and hand me the phone.
I have to know if my phone is...
So this is where these guys are back here waiting for her to resist. They all know what's going to happen. She wasn't given a chance. This girl got upset. The female cop got emotional and said, I'm tired of dealing with you, and I'm just going to take your phone. And if you pull away, then I'm going to have all the male officers, like all female officer cops do, they're going to come over and use force on you. All right.
Nope. Go ahead. Hand me the phone.
And the fight's on.
Do not kick. Okay. Push your legs out. Stop. Relax. Relax. I'm not letting go. I promise. Relax.
I'm not letting go, I promise. Okay. So here's where my sympathy toward her goes a little bit. I don't know if it's sincere. And even if it is sincere, it's kind of bullshit. I think she's a little fearful right here. I'm scared. I'm not letting go of my phone. But 2 seconds ago, she's Miss I am power. You ain't doing this. Don't you tell me not to. And no, fucking don't tell me. So she wants to be all badass. And now she wants to play the young 18. I'm a victim. So, you know, my sympathy is short-lived with her.
Mom, not letting go.
We just want your phone.
We just want your phone.
They're trying to give you no protection.
Taylor, no.
Okay, now where she starts kicking here, she's going to kick an officer, and then she's going to get charged with aggravated assault, which no DA is going to charge this, but... Look, I'm not a big fan of this girl and the way she handled it, but I hope she wins in court, and I hope the judges make some freaking ruling that, you know, well, I don't think the DA is going to charge her, so it's not going to go with some great ruling that cops can't take phones. I don't like the way the cops handle this. I'm not a fan of what the cops did. Don't, just because I'm not a fan of her, I'm still not a fan of the way the cops handle it.
Stop kicking. Stop kicking. Mom, they're trying to get me. Hey, Taylor, give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Had the female cop been able to handle her and just hold on her arm and the other cop grabbed her other arm, we probably wouldn't be here.
Give me your hand.
Taylor,
Turn her to
this way toward me.
So she's calling for her mom. If she ended up dead, that would be good for the media because they love that when somebody ends up dead. They call mama.
give me. Give me.
4 cops. 18-year-old girl. They can't get her phone or get her handcuffed. Now look, I know I'm out of a cop here. Rick, you know people. It's very, very difficult to handcuff someone when you're trying not to hurt them and you're not punching them and you're not using a lot of force. It is extremely difficult to get the arms in a locked position and get them behind her back without hurting them. That's where people forget if you've never handcuffed anybody. That's why it takes long. So there is a little level of incompetence that they're here, but I understand that trying not to hurt someone when you're handcuffing them takes 5 times as long, and it can go on for a long time because you're trying not to hurt them. If I want to hurt them, I'll just go in there and tweak and do a rear arm, crack an elbow, dislocate a shoulder, break a wrist, and I can get them handcuffed pretty quick.
Give me your hand, Taylor.
Which way we roll?
Give me your hand. I almost.
I'm gonna keep doing the pressure point until you let go. Let go. Release your hand.
Release your other hand.
At no point did they tell her you're being detained or you're under arrest. Now, do they need to say that? I'm thinking she knew that when the cops were around her and they put hands on her. The court's going to say when the officer put hands on you, any reasonable person would know that you're in custody.
Release your other hand, Taylor.
I got her elbow out.
I got it.
Who has cuffs? Cuffs.
Okay,
racist you get. I busted up when I heard that. All this. No, you don't fucking tell me not to interrupt. You ain't getting my phone. No, hell no. I ain't letting go. Okay, I'll give you my phone. It's way too late for reasonable. Remember, even cops, I say cops this, you can't go to asshole and then go back to good guy. Once you move to asshole, there's no going back to good guy. And I know people are going to be mad at me. I come on her asshole. She just made some bad decisions. She was going to lose, and she did lose. And somebody's going to say, well, she may win a lawsuit. Maybe.
You got the last cups. Cups. Okay.
Okay, you can have my phone. Perfect.
Relax.
Now we're going to take your phone like we told you in the first place, and you're going to jail. Rick, you sound like a boot jack. I'm just telling you the way it's going to work out, people.
Oh my God, y'all put me in custody. No, I'm not.
Relax your...
No, I'm not under arrest. See? She didn't know. Nobody said, nobody communicated. Does that matter? I'm thinking when cops are putting hands on you, you ought to assume you're under arrest. Okay? I've seen cops do a lot of shit, but normally when they put hands on you, they're trying to get you under arrest and get cuffs on you.
arm, Taylor.
No, I'm not.
Relax your arm, Taylor. You're under arrest. Relax your arm.
Under arrest for what?
You know how to get there?
Oh my God, I'm filing the case as soon as I get off this floor.
I'm filing a case. This girl's all about having a case and filing a case. I don't know if that's a new word with the younger generation, is a case. I'm going to put a case on the cops or whatever, but this girl's all about a case.
You all have no right. I came down here willingly because you're a black man.
Get up.
Here's where she says she's a black woman. Here comes the color. Here comes the racist part. Oh, I forgot. Black people can't be racist. Sorry.
I want you to think about how you're doing another black woman.
Okay.
Where you go?
Relax. Relax.
See, this is what pisses me off, because it's not about color. The cop that's doing this, she doesn't care whether she's black or white. None of the white cops care if she's black or white. They're all doing a damn job, and you're freaking doing your shit. It has nothing to do with color. But unfortunately, some people want to make everything about their color and nothing about their behavior or their responsibility.
You just put me in handcuffs and came down here willingly.
Did you let your double arm?
I came down here willingly.
Okay, so here's a little legal tip for all the legal people that want to take legal advice from this woman. If you go somewhere willingly, you can't ever be arrested. Okay, that's just a little pro tip from this woman, the lawyer, on the floor in handcuffs.
Get off of me.
Stay down.
No,
Stay down.
relax.
Stay down.
Get me off the fucking floor.
Relax.
So now we're back to giving orders.
Stay down.
Why am I on the floor?
All right, Taylor. Okay, we're gonna roll this way.
Why are you pinning me on the floor?
We're gonna get you up. Relax.
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 Me up like I'm a fucking human.
We're going left. We're going my way. Roll my way.
We're going
Roll my way.
She takes care of her nails pretty
I'm
good.
a fucking human.
We're going left. We're going my way. Roll my way.
I wonder if those are real or clip-ons. Some of you women help me out in the comments. Are those snap-ons or...
Roll my way. All right, stand up. Go to your knees, Taylor.
And y'all just okay with this, all of y'all. And you a black woman.
Oh, she keeps pointing out that color thing.
You are a black African American woman.
Property.
Where's the phone at?
You're black.
How many times you going to say that?
All right, we're going this way.
They're white. I expect it from them. They're black, dude.
They're white. I expect it from them. That's not racist. No hate crime here. Damn white supremacists. Messing up our...
Okay, you also kicked me in the head, so.
You also, I came down here willingly because I trusted you. And look at what you're doing.
Are you willing to provide a statement or no?
Are you kidding me? I can't even believe this detective asked this. Even if he got a statement, it is so coercive and unusable at this point. It's crazy. They have thrown her on the ground, used force, and seized her phone, and now want to get a statement from her after she's in cuffs. And she's confused, and she expresses her confusion about, can I go or can I have my phone if I give you a statement?
What does that mean?
Are Are you gonna talk to me if we go back there? Or no?
You are forcing me to.
Okay, guys. Quit. Look away. Don't stare into the sun. That's all I'll say. Look away.
I'm asking you if you're gonna.
But you're forcing me
I
to.
can't force you to talk.
You're taking my items.
I'm seizing this for now. Yes.
What does that
Do
mean?
you want to provide a statement?
My detective, I need to talk to her. I need an attorney present.
You can. Okay.
Okay, as soon as she says I need an attorney present, questioning has to stop, and you cannot take a statement. Done. Over. Period. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts.
I need a lawyer.
You can take her to jail.
And I think he recognizes that. As soon as she said lawyer, I can't take a statement, take her to jail.
All right.
Take me to
Where's her
jail.
property?
Whatever charges you guys have.
You have resisting and aggravated battery of a police officer.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll do the interview.
Okay, I'll do the interview. Who thinks if she talks now, that's a good statement? Not no, but hell no. Anything that the cops get from her after this point that she says she wanted a lawyer, null and void, never going to be used against her. She could admit to the freaking Kennedy assassination. Doesn't matter.
You still have the charges.
I did not aggravate you. You assaulted.
I didn't aggravate you. You assaulted me. This is where they're going to play in the civil trial that this poor young 18-year-old didn't even understand what aggravated battery was, and she thought that they were arresting her because she aggravated the officer. So this is where they're going to play on her naive, even though she's like, Miss, I know the law and I ain't giving you my phone and don't you tell me and don't you interrupt. Even though she's Miss Lawyer and got a bunch of cases on everybody, now they're going to play that angle in court.
Me.
Okay, so relax.
You assaulted me. I'm 18 years old and you assaulted me.
Now she's going to play her age. I'm surprised she didn't say I'm a helpless female, but that'll come out in court too.
Of course I'm aggravated.
Now she thinks she's getting charged because she's aggravated.
I wasn't resisting arrest. You didn't say that I was under arrest.
Is this the back to your earring?
Are you arrested? Are you putting something on my record?
You're being arrested.
This is what kind of pisses me off, because this girl is like, are you putting something on my record? Which tells me she's aware that she probably doesn't have a prior arrest. She's aware of keeping her record clean, and now she's going to have an arrest for these two charges for the rest of her life. Even if nothing happens, she is charged and in the system for life. That's bullshit.
I asked you, so listen, I asked you to provide your phone and you refused, okay? When you
You didn't give me a reason.
No. I said your phone was being seized.
You
said,
never gave me the
Don't
reason.
interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I said your phone was being seized.
I asked you
I
the
gave you
reason.
several times.
It's incapable of some people not to interrupt. It just is.
I trusted you. That's why I
You did not
came.
hand me your phone, okay? Then we took your phone.
I came here
You kicked several
willingly.
officers. You're going to jail.
I kicked you out because you all were manhandling.
So now she just made an admission, a spontaneous statement. I kicked you because, which is an admission, even though the DA probably won't charge.
Me, I couldn't move. I
Yeah, we
was
don't really
scared.
kick police officers, but
I was scared. Hello, you would do the same thing.
Cops still be double locked if they weren't double locked back
they
then.
weren't. Go ahead and double lock them.
Don't lock them. I can't move.
So again, she's confused. What does double lock mean? She's not familiar that when you double lock a handcuff, it prevents it from getting tighter. So when you're in a car, it doesn't keep tightening up every time you move. Double lock secures the handcuffs exactly where they are, so it can't be loosened or tightened. She doesn't know that, and she thinks she's getting like they're double locking.
Are you guys serious right now?
No, April Fools, you're just being punked. We're going to let you go. Of course they're serious.
How are you gonna do this to me? I'm like, bro, I just got out of high school and you all are scaring me.
So now I'm just getting out of high school, I'm scared, and I'm 18. She wasn't scared and 18 and just out of high school in the lobby with 4 officers. She was standing up against them with no fear.
Do you mind?
Got something good. Or Cassie,
Who am I talking to?
I'm just doing paper, but
The hell is that? That's some sort of drug. What the hell is that? Is that a wanted post? Looks like somebody's ass. Whatever.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Okay, it's not going to affect any charges they have on you.
Okay, then just What is happening right now? I came down here because I thought I was doing an interview. Why am I in cuffs?
I'd like to still interview you.
This guy's an idiot. I'd like to still interview. She's already asked for a lawyer. This guy's an idiot.
That's not.
But why am I in cuffs? I'm scared. Why are you all touching me? Why is my stuff being seized? You told me I was coming here for an interview. I came here under false pretenses.
False pretense. Hell, that's probably another case.
That is the case
Here we go.
itself.
Do you want to go back and talk or not?
There will be 3 cases filed in the morning, I promise.
3 cases, not 1, 3. Oh shit, man. You can tell the fear in the officer's eyes when she said 3 cases. Oh no. Just don't tell us it's going to be 10 or 20. Cops don't give a shit about what you say or threaten.
Promise you.
Yes or no? Do you want to go?
Let's go. Let's go to the cage, jail, wherever we're going. I need to make a call. I get 1 call. I know that much.
I'm parking this way. Okay.
Actually, get as many calls you want. They usually just have a payphone in there and you can call whoever you want, collect.
I get 1 call. I know that much.
How 2 people go?
Do you want to go with him?
Yeah.
Something or no?
I just
We have
wondering.
any charges for this?
No. You're resisting aggravated battery.
I resisted because you gave me no reason. You cannot search me or take my items with giving me no reason. So that you have a case for.
Damn, another case. Oh shit. All these cops are going to be losing sleep tonight. Rick, you sound like a jackboot. Take it. I'm not taking the cops out. I'm just trying to tell you idiots all this shit you run around and say and think is true. Nobody gives a shit. You want to fight the cops, let them do their shit and fight them in court. Not where they have the upper hand to where they can scream officer safety, use force, arrest you, claim inferior. You want to fight them when they have all the power. That's stupid in my book. All right? So you can call me a bootlick, jackhammer, whatever.
And it wasn't aggravated assault. It's called defending myself when I feel that I'm in harm's way.
Oh, so she admitted she defended herself from a lawful detention because the courts are going to rule this is lawful. I'm not so sure it's lawful, but whatever.
And that's the situation that you put me in because I thought I was coming for an interview. And now I'm in handcuffs without a phone.
No.
Well, you could have just been without a phone had you just gave it to him and said, I think this is wrong, and I'm going to put a case on you, and give him the phone. It would have been over. See, nobody wants to hold anybody responsible. I got no problem holding cops accountable when they do stupid shit. But nobody wants to hold the other idiots accountable.
I patted her down. I'll search her right now. Right here.
Why would you lie to me?
I didn't lie to you.
You did lie
I
to
did
me.
not lie to you.
You told me he was here when we got here. You told me I was doing an interview and you would take me home. Why are you treating me like I'm a criminal? There was a fire at my house.
Correct, and that's what you were here for the interview. You said.
Yes.
So stop yelling, okay? I'm gonna talk to you. You said you were here for an interview.
Right.
Our detectives come in from Bloomington. I don't know how long it takes them to get here.
I wasn't mad at you. I told you that.
I know that. You said you didn't no longer want to do that interview, right?
No, because I'm tired. I said I won't be of much help right now.
Correct. So that's why you went to the lobby. I was gonna take you home.
Right.
At that point, the officer wanted your phone seized.
You didn't say that. You said he wanted my phone confiscated. You didn't give me that specific reason, ma'am.
Because you were yelling at me for about 5 minutes. So
Because I wasn't understanding and I'm asking you the same question. I asked you the same question multiple times and you did not answer me.
Put your knees in.
You didn't answer me one time. That doesn't matter to you when I'm sitting here talking to you.
I tried to talk to you and reason with
You
you.
weren't reasoning with me.
I think she was. I think she did kind of spend a little time reasoning. She wasn't very articulate explaining, but she did take time. Let's go to the end of this. So, whoever did this video, this is off of a Big Nick South Florida Accountability, who posted this. He said she was brutalized, shackled, and kidnapped. 2 hours later, she was released without charges. Her phone was returned. This is why I think they searched her phone. And I think it was an unlawful search. And that's probably the biggest thing that they got going, and she's got in her favor, is they went through her phone without getting a warrant. Once they had the phone, there is no exigency, and they can go get a warrant. they did not go get her warrant 2 hours later, get a warrant, and look through her phone. I'm guessing they didn't, unless they got a really expedited way to find a judge and a DA in the middle of the night and get a warrant. Maybe they already had a warrant for her phone, so they did look at it. I don't know. But the fact that they returned her phone says they went through it. There would be no other reason to seize it unless I want to find out there's evidence. Why would I return it until I found out there was no evidence? So they returned her phone, which doesn't really matter whether or not there was evidence or not. All you have to do is have a fair probability that you're going to find evidence. So the fact that people will be like, see, there was no evidence, that means they were wrong. That's not true. Even if you can do a search warrant and not find evidence, it doesn't mean that it was a bad warrant. You get a warrant because you have probable cause to believe a crime's been occurred, and that search warrant will give you evidence of that crime. And that's just a belief. It's not a fact. It's not, something that's certain. It's a belief. That's what a warrant is. She was released 2 hours later without charges. I don't understand what this without charges is. In California, if I arrest you, I can do what's called an 849B, I think was a section. I haven't done it in a while, but I've used it so many times. I think that's what it is. 849B means I'm releasing you. You were never arrested. It was just a detention, which means you weren't falsely arrested. The fact that they didn't charge her and let her go, I'm assuming that Florida has the same way. You can release somebody after you arrest them if you determine that the arrest isn't good enough, and so you let them go. It's bullshit. I didn't like it when they did it there. I think if you put handcuffs on somebody, you should be held accountable. You shouldn't be putting handcuffs and transporting people to jail unless you know what you're doing. And if it takes you 2 hours to figure out what you're doing, I'm not a fan of that. But I think it's going to be legal. All right, you can hate me on this, and that's my point. All right, I'll take questions and comments.